Hello and warm welcome to you all. Dear students, we have completed the chapter The French Revolution in as many as 10 parts. Today we are going to revise the chapter in brief. As we discussed in the first lecture of the chapter, the French Revolution was started in 1789. The revolution was started with the participation of the third estate people, especially the middle class people. Revolution began on 14th of July 1789 with the storming of fortress prison, the Bastille. Bastille, it was the symbol of despotic power of the king. The people attacked on Bastille and Bastille was demolished. This way, the French Revolution was started in the year 1789. Then we have discussed the causes of French Revolution. In that, we have discussed the first, the social cause. The French society during the late 18th century was divided into three estates. First estate include clergy people. These people involved in the church matter. Second estate include nobility people. These people actually have high rank in state administration. Third estate people include big businessmen, merchant, court official, peasants, artisans, landless labor, and servants. Now the first and second estate people, they enjoy some privileges by birth. Third estate people had no such privileges. Another most important factor was that the third estate people had to pay taxes. On the other hand, the first and second estate people, they were exempted from paying taxes. So social division of the French society was the reason for the French Revolution. Second reason was economic reason. At the time, the population of France rose from 23 million to 28 million in 1750 to 1789. Means population of France increased. On the other hand, when population increased, the demand for food grain also increased. But the production could not keep pace with the demand, and because of it, the prices of the bread goes very high. Even situation become worse at a time of drought or hail. So production is less in such situation. On the other side, due to the increase in population, the demand of food grain increased. So this was the economic reason for the French Revolution. Third reason, we discuss political cause. When Louis XVI came into power in 1774, he found the treasury of the France was totally empty. For that, why the treasury was empty, we discussed all the reasons. One such reason was that France was involved in the war for a long period of time. On the other hand, They have to maintain all the administrative work of the state. So, because of it, to meet its regular expenses such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices and universities, the state was forced to increase taxes. We discussed that. Only third estate people have to pay the taxes. So, because of economic condition of these people, they were not able to pay the taxes. On the other hand, king, the state decided to increase further taxes. So this was the political reason for the French Revolution. The fourth reason we discussed for the French Revolution was the growing middle class. The 18th century witnessed the emergence of social group termed as middle class. This group of people actually in this merchant and manufacturer from the third estate, it also include professionals such as lawyers and administrative officials. These educated people believe that no group in society should be privileged by birth. As we discussed that clergy and nobility people, they enjoy some privileges by birth. So these educated class people, they believe that no one should be given social status or privileges by birth. This group of people also believe in the ideas of freedom and equal laws and opportunity for all people. So the emergence of middle class was also the cause of French Revolution. The fifth reason we discussed for the French Revolution was the contribution of philosophers. In those days, many philosophers, they wrote about the freedom, equality and equal opportunity for all people. One such was John Locke. He wrote the Treatise of Government. In his book, he criticized the right, the power of monarch. Second important philosopher was Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He wrote a book titled Social Contract. In his book, he wrote about actually the government based on social contract between people and their representative. Third most important philosopher was also Montesquieu. He wrote the book The Spirit of the Laws. In his book, he wrote about the division of the power within the government between legislature, executive and judiciary. So these are the five causes of the French Revolution. Social causes, economical causes, political causes. Number 4, the growing of middle class, and the fifth one, the contribution of philosophy. Then after we discuss the outbreak of French Revolution. The news that the king planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state generated anger and protest against system. We discussed that king decided to increase further taxes, so the middle class people, they opposed the decision of king. King called for the assembly of all the estate general to pass his proposal to increase taxes. But the third estate people were not agree with the proposal of the king. So they left the assembly, and all the representatives of third estate people, they assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in the ground of Versailles. where they declared themselves as a national assembly and started to draft the constitution for the France. They completed the task for framing the new constitution for France. Louis XVI finally recognized the National Assembly and accepted the constitution which was prepared by National Assembly. On the 4th August 1789, France passed a law for abolishing feudal system of obligation and taxes. Even the members of clergy were also forced to give up their privileges. Now, France became constitutional monarchy. When National Assembly completed a draft of the constitution in 1791, and the main object of the constitution was to put the limit on the power of monarch. Now the power was assigned to the different institutions, the legislature, the executive and judiciary. The Constitution of 1791 gave power of making laws in the hand of National Assembly. This way, France became constitutional monarchy. Now I would like to highlight how was the Constitution of France in those days. So the Constitution of 1791 began with the declaration of the right of man and citizen. Rights such as right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equality before law. These rights were given to all the citizens of the France by the Constitution of 1791. Even it was also mentioned that the Constitution also mentioned that it was the duty of the state to protect the rights of citizens. Various political symbols we also discussed after the Constitution. First is the broken chain. Now this broken chain is stand for freedom. Number 2, the bundle of roses or fasces. It was the symbol of unity. Number 3, the eye within triangle, radiating line. This symbol was used for the knowledge. Number 4, scepter. Scepter was a symbol of royal power. Number 5, snake biting its tail to form a ring. This symbol was used for eternity. Then the red Frisian cap. This cap was used for the slave. Actually, it was a symbol of end of slavery. Next, blue, white and red. These colors are used as the national color of France. Next, the winged woman. It was actually used to symbolize the personification of law. The last one is the law tablet. It was actually stand for laws are equal for all people in the society. So today I would like to conclude my lecture. The rest part of the chapter we will revise in next lecture. Thank you very much.